of metal 8 inches long because that's how long our fitting is. Okay? First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to lay out the top and bottom panel. I'm going to take the carpenter square, the framing square, and for demonstration purposes, I'm going to use a Sharpie. Again, you should not be using a Sharpie. You should be using a scratch awl. I'm going to take the framing square, I'm going to line it up with the edge. I'm going to mark a 1/4 inch. From that 1/4 inch, I am going to go 4 inches over. Put a mark. I'm going to draw that line straight up. From that mark, I'm going to go another 4 inches over. And from that 4-inch mark, I'm going to go a 1/4 inch over. Okay? At the top, I'm going to come from the center line. I'm going to go 3 inches over. Put a mark. From that 3 inches, I'm going to go a 1/4 inches over and put a mark. On the other side of the center line, I'm going to go 3 inches over and put a mark, and 3 1/4 inches over and put a mark. Now, I'm going to take this, I'm going to connect my 4 and 3, and my 1/4 inch marks. Do that on both sides. We have our first piece laid out. Now I'm going to start at that edge of the fitting, or of that piece, and draw a straight line down. Alright, that's our new starting point for our second piece. I'm going to go a 1/4 inch over from that mark. Put a mark. From there again, I'm going to go 4 inches over. And put my mark. I'm going to draw my center line again. Straight up. I'm going to continue down here on the bottom. From my center line, I'm going to go 4 inches over, and then 4 1/4 inches. Put a mark. I'm going to go to the top, set it at 3. 3 inches back. Put a mark. 3 inches forward, put a mark, and then 1/4 inch from that mark, and 1/4 inch back. Again, it's a simple matter of connecting lines. At this point, I have 2 pieces drawn. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and straight line this again. Draw that line straight down. And I have enough left over in this piece to make my 2 side pieces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it like this. From the bottom up, I'm going to measure 8 inches, or 8 1/4 inches, and put a mark. And another 8 1/4 would be 16 1/2, and put a mark. Now I'm going to turn it, reorient it back to the side. I've got all 4 pieces in one 3 foot by 8 piece of sheet metal. At this point, I'm going to mark all my notches. All right. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to mark 1 inch up. And then I'm just going to lay this across like this. I'm sorry. Check that. I'm going to mark the 1 inch here. I'm going to line these two marks up, and everywhere that I have a place where I should be cutting out a notch, I'm going to mark it. Okay, I'm going to keep going. Again, I'm going to come down here to the bottom. Mark that 1 inch. And the reason that I'm doing this is so that when I go back to do this, I've got everything already laid out. It's very easy for me to just go back . Okay, these 2 pieces are laid out. I've got this mark done. I've only got 2 more marks to do. All right, so at this point I'm ready to cut everything out. I'm going to take my Andy snips. First thing I'm going to do the easiest